Have you ever wanted to make a little side income by selling your drone videos as stock, but you don't know how to get started? You don't know what platform to use, how to prepare your clips, how to upload them, or even the difference between commercial and editorial stock? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to prepare, upload, and sell your drone video clips as stock using the Wirestock platform. Let's jump right in. Hey guys, Matthew here, and today I'm going to show you the process of turning your drone video clips into stock. If you have lots of drone video clips that you've captured over the years laying around, then this guide is going to be perfect for you because we will take a look at how you turn them into stock. And once you see how easy it is, you will start capturing extra clips at every new location you go to just so you can upload them as stock. A big thank you to the platform we will be using today, Wirestock, for sponsoring this video. And if at any time during this guide you want to sign up to their platform, I put a link in the description down below. Before embarking on making money with your drone, please check the drone laws in your country for the requirements for using a drone commercially. In some areas you may need a license or certificate, and in others you may only need insurance. But please check what the requirements are before you start to use your drone to make money. So what kind of drone footage sells well, so that you know what to select from your archives to upload or to head out and specifically capture? Well, here are a few ideas. Nature shots. This is the easiest type of shot for most of us to capture because we are surrounded by nature. They are relatively easy to get because there's endless nature locations we can capture with our drone. Think of beaches, sea, forests, and even mountain ranges. Time-lapse videos. Who doesn't love a time-lapse? Some examples of time-lapses are sunsets, busy areas with moving traffic, and even clouds moving over mountains. Because these types of videos are harder to make, many people will instead prefer to purchase them as stock. Urban scenes. Urban scenes such as tall buildings in your nearest city or even abandoned buildings in your small local town sell well. A top tip is to watch your favourite TV programmes, take a look at the type of urban scenes and movements they use, and then go out and try and replicate that. One thing to be aware of is to try not to have any recognisable people in your video, or else you will need to secure their permission. And I will show you how to do that easily using Wirestock later in this video. A few more ideas include landmarks, historic buildings, nighttime footage, and people engaging in activities such as hiking, surfing, riding a bike, etc. So after you've went out and captured your clips, you need to prepare them to upload to Wirestock. Now there's two pieces of criteria we need to meet for Wirestock. The clips must be between 5 and 60 seconds in length, and the format must be in MOV or MP4. So let's look at doing that, and I also have 3 steps to give your stock the best chance of selling. So I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro for this, but don't worry, these tips will work for any video editor. My first tip is to record your clips in 4K. That is the highest resolution, and that is the resolution most people will be looking for their projects whenever they're browsing to buy stock. So make sure to record your clips, edit them, and export them in 4K. Now I've added 3 clips to my timeline to demonstrate the next step, and that is you want one nice consistent movement for each piece of stock. So that means you want to trim out any jerkiness at the start or end of your clip, and if you change movement during your clip, you want to actually turn that into 2 separate clips when the movement changes. That means you have 2 pieces of stock for the price of 1. So let's take a look at these clips. Here we have the first one. I'm going to hit play, and as you can see at the start, I actually just hover in place for a few seconds. So I'm going to trim that out and then move the clip to the start of the timeline so that when the clip starts, the movement has already started. I'm going to hit play again, and I'm just going to watch through this to see if there's any changes in movement. So far we're just flying forward, but round about now you can see that I actually start to fly forward and descend. So I'm going to go back to near the beginning of the clip. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to watch to see that change in movement. I can see it's just happened. I'm going to split the clip there, and then I'm going to separate these 2, so I now have 2 pieces of stock to upload. Remember, if the clip is longer than 5 seconds, then that is a separate piece of stock. You can see again, it takes a few seconds for me to start the movement on this clip. So I'm going to move the playhead to where the movement starts, and I'm going to trim this clip to start there. I'm now going to hit play, again watching this clip just to check for any changes in movement or any jerkiness. And if the clip is long in length, it doesn't matter. As long as it's under 60 seconds, then you might as well keep it all in, as this gives your potential purchasers of your stock more to play about with when they're editing. Now for the third and last step, you want to give each clip a very slight color grade. And I mean a slight color grade. You don't want to add harsh, creative, or unique styles to your clips, because that just narrows the potential use cases for your clips. You want a nice natural look so that your clips can be used in any project, but at the same time, you want them to stand out. So if I go back to the first clip, I'm going to use Lumetri Color, but you use whatever color grading software you like. And all I'm going to do is bring up the exposure a little bit with this clip, just so it's slightly brighter. I'm maybe going to increase the contrast just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to increase the vibrance and saturation just to really make them greens stand out. And now we just need to export our clips. In Premiere Pro, you go to File, Export and Media, but you can use the exporting option in whatever video editor you're using. Now there's 3 things you want to check when exporting. The first is that the resolution is correct for your clip, in our case 4K, and I can see here that we are exporting in 4K. The next is that the estimated file size is under 1 GB. We have a 1 GB per clip upload limit on Wirestock, so our estimated file size must be below 1 GB, which it is. The last thing is that you are exporting in MP4 or MOV, again that's a requirement for Wirestock, and here we are exporting in MP4. Now when it comes to naming your clip, you can name it whatever you want, but if you're going to be uploading lots of stock, then it helps to just describe what you see in the clip so that you know when you're browsing through your video files what exactly that video is of. In this case, I am using drone flying over nature walk with elephant rock in distance. And just in case you didn't know, that rock in the background, the one that looks like an elephant, is called Elephant Rock. So I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to export this clip. And you just want to do this for all your clips, and then we can move on to uploading them to sell on Wirestock. The time has come to upload these clips and potentially start making money with them. Now if you want to follow along with this video, you want to head to the link in the description and register an account with Wirestock. I have created a fresh account just so I can walk through the process as if I was a complete beginner to this platform. Now Wirestock is fantastic because you upload your content using one account to one location and they distribute it to all the major marketplaces. Getty Images, iStock, Shutterstock, Pond5, Adobe Stock, Alamy, and more. You don't have to make multiple accounts and you can track it all on one dashboard. And after you've registered and logged in, that's exactly what you will be looking at. Very briefly, on the dashboard, you can see your earnings summary. And this is going to give you a breakdown of the downloads and earnings from each of the agency stock websites. Now, when it comes to earnings, Wirestock take 15% commission on paid royalties. On the bottom left of your account dashboard, you'll see the My Referrals window. Now, Wirestock offer you 10% off your referrals earnings on every sale they make for a period of 1 year. So using referrals can actually be a nice little earner for you, and this is where you can track your referral signups and your referral downloads along with your referral earnings. So let's get our clips online on this platform. So what you want to do is you want to go to videos. Now if you're only uploading a few videos, the fastest way is to simply click the upload button, select the video or videos you want to upload, and then click open. And you will see the progress of the upload as that video clip uploads to Wirestock. Now this may take a few minutes, and if you're uploading lots of clips, like your entire back catalogue, then there's a faster way, and that's using FTP. Now FTP might sound daunting, you may not know what it is, but stick with me because once you use it one time, you will use it forever because it's far faster and much more convenient when uploading multiple clips. So to begin with, we need an FTP client. For this, I recommend and use FileZilla. I'm going to put a link in the description down below. It's completely free, and you want to go to FileZilla and click the download FileZilla client and install it. Now once it's installed, you want to open FileZilla, which I've opened here on the bottom left of my screen. And now what we need to do is we need to connect to the Wirestock system. So we have this bar along the top called Quick Connect, and we need to fill out host, username, and password. So for the host, you want to click the FTP button here on Wirestock. You will see the host ftps.wirestock.io, and you simply want to copy this and then paste it into the host. For the username and password, you want to put in your Wirestock username and password, and then you want to click Quick Connect. Wait a few seconds, and once you see directory listing successful, you'll know you're in. Then all you have to do is go to the folder on your computer where the drone clips you want to upload are, and drag them into the right pane on FileZilla. This is going to upload them directly to Wirestock, and on the bottom of FileZilla, you'll see a progress indicator for each file, and you just want to wait until that's completed. Once you refresh the page, you will see your clips in there, and all that is left to do is to fill out some information and submit the clips for approval. So let's submit one of these clips for approval. So we've selected the clip, and you can preview it by clicking play. This will show you a preview of the clip you're about to send for approval. And then over on the right side, we have to fill out some fields. Now the quickest and easiest way to do this is to use Easy Submission by Wirestock. If you have this checked, a Wirestock expert will fill out all the metadata and information for this piece of stock. If you want to fill it out manually, deselect this, and then we have a few more options to fill out. Now for license type, we have to pick between commercial and editorial. What is the difference between the two? Editorial is for footage that has people's faces, property, logos, trademarks that you can't get permission for. Buyers of this type of stock can't use it to sell, promote, or monetize a business, product, or service. Now, if you select editorial for this piece of stock, you will have to fill out a few more pieces of information, such as country, city, date. You can also select commercial. Commercial content, on the other hand, can be used by the buyer to sell, promote, or monetize a business, product, or service. But you must get permissions from recognizable people or property in your footage, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Something to be aware of is that commercially submitted content has higher chances of getting sales compared to editorial. So Wirestock encourages you to get model releases and submit content commercially. Below that we have title. Now for title, again, we just want to describe what is happening in the scene. So again, I'm going to use drone flying over nature walk with elephant rock in distance. For category, you want to select the category that best fits your piece of stock, so I'm going to scroll down and use nature. For description, what I usually do is copy the title, but I fill it out with a little bit more information. So I've went with 4K drone video flying over nature walk with interesting shaped rock that looks like an elephant in distance. Now keywords are what is going to help potential buyers find your stock when they're searching on marketplaces. So you want to use all 50 and use keywords which are relevant to your video. So as a few examples, you could use nature, nature walk, 4K drone, drone video flying over walk, drone flying towards sea. Just make sure to fill out all 50. Now for additional information, you want to include specific details such as the location, drone used, resolution, and if there's any landmarks in your clips or any recognizable features, you want to describe them as well. So as an example, again I put 4K drone video using DJI Mini 3 Pro, Northern Ireland, Ballintoy, which is this location, and Elephant Rock, as Elephant Rock is a recognizable location at Ballintoy. Now, even if you're submitting with Easy Submission, it's still helpful to add additional information into the additional information box, such as country, city names, etc., as this is going to help Wirestock when filling out the metadata for your submission. Now, as mentioned earlier, if you have anybody recognizable or any recognizable property in your clip and you want to use it commercially, you must get a release permission form. Now, Wirestock has made this super simple, so let's presume there's somebody in this clip that's recognizable and I need to get a release from them. All you need to do is click Add Release, select between model or property, in this case it's a model, click Create New, put the date of the shoot, so let's put it as today. You want the model name, so I'm just going to put myself in, and their email address. And then you want to click Request Permission. Now what this is going to do is automatically email them a permission form. This will arrive in their email, they can electronically sign it, and once they have electronically signed it, you can go back to Add Release, go to Use Existing, and you will see a tick beside the release form which has been signed. In this case, I have signed this release form. You can select it and then press Use, and then this is your release form, attach this submission, ready to go, and it's as simple as that. All that's left to do is click Submit, and then you will see that your clip has been submitted. In this clip, we'll have now moved to in review. Now this could take a few hours to a few days for the Wirestock team to review this clip, and then it will either appear in the approved, to revise if there's changes needed such as a description or an extra permission, or maybe it won't get accepted, and it's that straightforward. Now very quickly, the last area I want to show you of Wirestock is Portfolio, which you can access by clicking the Portfolio button in the header. The Portfolio is your public-facing shop which you can send to people and they can purchase stock directly from you. For every piece of stock you upload to Wirestock, it will automatically appear in this portfolio. By clicking the share button, you will get the ability to copy the link or share on social medias so people can preview the stock that you have for sale. Then, when they come to this portfolio, they can click to preview your piece of stock, and they can click buy now, and they can actually purchase it there and then. So you want to make sure you have this fully set up with all the information filled out, and to do that you click edit. You want to make sure to upload a profile picture so that your page looks professional. You want to make sure your portfolio visibility is set to public, your display name is filled out, and your city and country, and then click Save Changes. And then you can share this with potential buyers of your stock and make sales directly. So hopefully that has demystified the process of preparing your drone clips, uploading them and submitting them to sell as stock so that you can start doing it and hopefully make a little bit of side income. A few tips are to make sure that the clips you upload are as professional as you can make them, and volume. The more clips you upload, the more chance you have of them being seen and potentially more purchases. Now again, a big thanks to Wirestock for sponsoring today's video. If you want to try out their platform, I put a link in the description down below. As always, if you've liked this video and you've learned something new, please let me know by giving me the thumbs up and clicking that like button down below. Please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and if you click the notification bell, you'll be alerted when the next one comes out. If you want to learn more about how to take better photos and more cinematic videos with your drone, then I recommend you check out my channel where I have a ton of other content to help you level up your drone game. If you want to stick around and see a few more of them now, here's a few I personally recommend, and I'll not keep you back any further. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you over there.